have you seen any difference in the pollution in the sea, or is it clean for you?
The thing is, some of the places, I say, like, I've been to the Maldives, and really beautiful. They experienced something called El Nino in the late 90s that apparently bleached all the coral, but a lot of it's come back. The stuff you see out there is amazing. My favourite place so far in the world. Jamaica, you know, what can I say? There are a lot of fishing out there. A lot of, when you go out just a few hundred meters, there's lots of crab pots. So you don't see much when you go down. Same with Bali. Yes. So the thing is, in 4 years you can't really see much, you know, unless you're. I've only done about 70 dives in my 4 years, so people have done several thousand. That's who you need to speak to.
Okay. When I was, you were talking about that El Nino, I was living in America at the time, and there was a big story that someone whose name was, I think it was Luis Nino, so their name was El Nino. Someone went round there and attacked them for the weather. They said they found them in the phone book, and they went round there and they had a go at them about the weather and, like, you know, like, because the El Nino effect. And someone looked up in the American books and said, El Nino, right, let's go round there.
Well, that's what happened to, it's a bit of a change in subject, but what happened to paedophiles. Some people who weren't too bright looked up and found paediatricians, and went round and bashed up their door. And that's the kind of people we're dealing with.
Imagine that, you know, if you're a paedophile, let's put a brass plaque on the front to tell them I'm living here. Yeah. Outrageous. I shouldn't eat this biscuit. Ollie, I know I shouldn't eat this biscuit. Yeah, but you shouldn't spank your monkey in there. Can't believe he's allowed to do that. Right. Justin, thank you very much indeed. Thank you for bringing these biscuits in. You should take them away again, but I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you take
a brown nose in there, London.
No, no, I'll brown nose with anyone, mate, as long as I can further my career. Right, but I don't think you can. But you can maybe get me from Manor House to Gibson Square. How do you lead from the left and then what?
The way you call it is you leave from the point. So you say leave on the left, and then you say. You're testing me now, see if I can still do it. Leave on the left, green lanes, right into Seven Sisters Road, left into Blackstock Road.
He's struggling, Ollie.
It's like, I'll tell you, I've forgotten about 70% of my knowledge. You do, because you just, a lot of the time, if somebody doesn't take you to the street, then you're going to forget the name, especially the big streets where you're not dropping off. But my wife doing it sort of rekindled a little bit of my knowledge.
See, sometimes I have to get to Euston Station really quick. And I jump in a cab, and I'm always saying, now this is a shortcut round here, mate. Oh, you don't want to go under the underpass. You turn up, what's the road that goes into Great Portland Street that comes from Camden? And they've got the big building works there. Opposite.
I think you're talking about going through Drummond Street that one way. We go left onto Hampstead Road, then right into Drummond to cut.
The amount of cab drivers that don't know that one, they thank you very much indeed, mate. That's a lovely little shortcut. Mind you, see, if it was down to West 1 and I didn't have to know the names, I think I could do it. It's just because I can drive around central London. Really, it's just I don't know where I am at any point, so I don't know any of the roads.
It's a bit like a driving test. You know, you do your driving test, do your mirror signal manoeuvre, 2 hands on the wheel. As soon as you get in your car, your one hand goes up.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like that when you do the knowledge. Ian Fleming blue plaque. I don't know where that is. Some boxer's bronze statue over in East London. You'll never take people to half these places. So a lot of the knowledge is just there's no point in doing. But
where is Ian Fleming's blue? Where is it?
Fleming. I meant.
Where is it? Fleming's
not
blue?
Ian Fleming. I'm thinking of. The guy that invented penicillin. Who's the guy that invented penicillin? It's on Praed Street in Paddington. That's what I was thinking. I've said the wrong name.
Right, without any doubt, we'll get whoever invented penicillin.
It was on the telly the other day. But there you go. There's your mind going blank. And I've got a little seatbelt light that I put on. So when somebody says take me to the street, I get my A to Z out, stop at traffic lights when I'm waiting, and I have a look up the street. And when I get there, they say, "Oh, you really know your stuff." I say, "Yeah, well."
Of course you do. Justin, thank you very much indeed for coming in. You are tuned to BBC London 94.9. Right, we have an emergency call come through. Ollie, I didn't even want to play that one. We've got a special guest on line 1. If you can put your headphones on now, Justin. I think it's someone who wants to tell us how you should get from Manor House to Gibson Square. Hello, caller, can you hear me?
Hello, I can.
Hi, honey.
Oh, hello. Now then, is this Mrs. Stormcab?
It is indeed.
Can I just say that I have watched you dancing on YouTube, and I think you got some good moves there.
Oh, George, you're very kind. But honestly, if I'd known he was going to put that onto YouTube, I'd never have. Well, I think I probably would have worn something different.
Yeah, but don't worry, because nobody's going to break your style. So you're actually doing the nollies at the moment, then?
I am, yes, I am. I've just driven back from central London, and I switched the radio on as I do when I'm driving home.
Yeah.
And, Justin was on, straight away. So that was quite a coincidence.
He was bribing me with biscuits, and it worked. He was bribing me with biscuits. So how's the nollies going? All right.
Oh, it's okay, but it's tough, very tough, George. And I think I do it in a car, so because I think it's just too dangerous on a scooter, really. And I make slow progress. So sometimes it's easier than other times. But
have you presented yet to the carriage office?
Sorry?
Have you presented to the carriage office yet?
Well, I went for my initial talk, but I've got to apply for my MAP test before July of next year. But I'm trying to get a MAP test in before November. I'd like to apply by November of this year.
A MAP test, for anybody who doesn't know, that's the test you do to get onto the examinations. That proves that you're ready. You are ready to start doing it.
Okay, and how long do you reckon it'll be, Anna, before you're out there, taking fares?
It's hard to say, George, because once you pass your MAP test, they test you on the runs, the 320 runs that you've got to memorise, and also the thousands and thousands of points as well. You've got to really know those very well. After you've passed that MAP test, after you've got through, you're then down to basically they can ask you anything, and you're away then from those set routes that you've actually memorized,
right.
And it's completely random then. So you're on the spot, and you actually have to make it up as you go along. And under sort of exam conditions, I don't quite know how I'm actually going to be, but
you'll be fine. Although what always amazes me, it can take longer to become a cabbie than it can become a doctor.
Yeah, it is the hardest thing. I mean, I also went to Bournemouth Arts Institute, and I did a 3-year degree in design, and this is by far, it's much tougher than trying to get a degree. It really is. Okay,
well then there is one other question I wanted to ask you. Your husband does like to dress up as a stormtrooper, doesn't he?
He does, yes.
I mean, do you have a problem with that?
No, not at all. I think it's.
Do you ever put those pretzels on the side of your head?
Yes.
Well, Princess Leia, so you do the whole thing to the Star Wars business.
He had, I did actually dress up as Leia once.
Okay.
Such an occasion, and that was good fun.
I tell you,
that was just for Halloween.
Yeah, or for your birthday. Well, Anna, thank you very much indeed for calling. How lovely your missus called her. I think that's known as checking on you. I'm not so sure. I think that's known as checking on. So you are a big Star Wars fan, aren't you?
I like Star Wars, but if you went into my flat, you wouldn't think there's nothing there.
Okay.
Basically, I like the films. I don't go to extremes.
I have a copy of one of the most sought-after Star Wars spin-off films called Return of the Wookiee.
Really?
You heard of that?
No.
George Lucas made this little short about Warwick Davis, who was 11 years old when he became Return of the Ewok, Return of the Ewok, and he made like a 20-minute film about Warwick Davis getting the job as an Ewok, and he had people like Roy Kinnear in it. And it's little Warwick Davis, 11-year-old. He's a dwarf, and it's him thinking what he's going to do when he grows up. And so he turns up and he meets up with David Prowse, who's a weightlifter, but that doesn't work. He then thinks he'll be a goalkeeper, and they set up a goal at Stamford Bridge during a match, and people are kicking the ball at him. The goal is like off to the side of where the goal was, but you get the whole crowd behind him, and that doesn't work. And then he decides that he wants to work in movies, and he's walking down the road, and suddenly flying out of one of the cinemas is Mark Hamill. dressed as, as Luke Skywalker. And he says, "Oh, I'd like to do this." He says, "Yeah, it's a good job, kid, but it's an half get hard." Then he runs back in and it cuts into him having a fight with Darth Vader. Because it was made as they were running up to Return of the Jedi. And then he turns up at his agent. His agent then gives him a box and says, "Put that on." He then dresses up as an Ewok. He then turns up at Pinewood Studios. He knocks on this door. Door opens. It's Harrison Ford saying, "Who are you?" He's going, "I'm a Wookiee." He said, "And what do you want?" He said, I've been told to come here." And he said, "Who by?" He said, "My agent." "Why do you tell that?" "I don't know, but I give him 20%. He says, "Oh yeah, I know what it's like, kid." So they go next door. It's Mark Hamill. So they open the door for that. Then they go down the road, knock on the next door. It's only Princess Leia dressed up as in the gear that she wears when she's being sorted out by Jabba the Hutt. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Did you find that sexy as well, the costume? It never occurred to me.
Well, Jabba the Hutt, yeah, he drove me out the wall, man. He drove me out the wall.
But the thing is, I was on. I'm going to be reviewing the Batman film on Friday's show.
All right.
And I've been doing a lot of making sure that I know what to say when I come on. And moviemistakes.com, have you heard of that?
Oh yeah, I love that one.
The top movie with the most mistakes in the world is Apocalypse Now. Star Wars is 5th. It's got like 259, and it's great. Some of the stuff, apart from the stormtrooper hitting his head when he walks into the room, the other ones I never saw before, like a wire coming out of Obi-Wan's lightsaber or Darth Vader's chest plate being the wrong way around. And then some people have put pictures of it to show the comparison of one guy, one minute his hair's over there, or the next minute it's over there. Moviemistakes.com is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I do like that. Have you seen Wall-E?
I probably will see it this week. I probably will make a note of it, but the kids off the score has been concerning me going around there. Maybe if I make it at sort of 9 o'clock at night.
Well, I went to see it at the Empire Leicester Square, and there was 4 other people there. Me and my grandson went to see it. It was a massive screen, and there was, but it was as if it was our own cinema.
You said you didn't like it.
No, I didn't. I don't like that CGI business.
All right. I do. I mean, I'm sure I will enjoy it. Have you seen Batman?
No, but I'm sure I will. I mean, and they reckon that after Heath Ledger died, they kept in loads and loads more. They put back a lot of the stuff that they had originally cut.
Right. Yeah, it's about 2.5 hours long. Very long, but yeah, like you'll hear on Friday, it's absolutely superb.
And is this with Ray Calm?
Who do
you do the review for?
It's going to be on Tessa's show. She's away, and Simon Letterman's going to be in, and Justin Johnson, the film reviewer.
Right, when you see Simon Letterman, tell him that I told you that he may be senior management, but I could still kung fu kick his head clean off his shoulders. That's a fact. Justin and Anna, thank you very much indeed for calling. You are tuned to BBC London 94.9.